Notts County Talk. I'm joined by Matt. It's finished. Notts County 2, Boreham Wood 2. 3,000 odd in the ground today. 57 away fans. Atmosphere was flat. Performance was flat.
It was poor. I mean, forget the last 5 minutes. If we win that match 2-1, I'm still saying exactly the same as what I'm going to say now, because it was poor. It looked like a team with no confidence. I've said this quite a few times. I've said this before on here before. The centre mids are so far away from the strikers that it just doesn't work. We try and constantly play it through the middle, which doesn't work because the gap is massive. Our goals today, both of them came from crosses, which we seem to not like to do. We don't cross the ball. I think we crossed the ball probably 4, 5, 6 times in this match. We got 2 goals. There was one that went just wide, and there was a couple of half chances. And I'm struggling with the tactics now. I'm struggling. I don't really know what the tactics are. Apart from this playing out from the back, which to be fair, it's not a tactic. It's just a way to retain the ball. That's it. You don't define your whole game by playing from the goalkeeper. I'm not a football manager, apart from on the PC, but I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing. I don't get the plan. I'm saying I don't a lot.
None of us like to come on here and be negative. We like to get behind the team, but a lot of people seem to be like their head wasn't in the game as soon as they saw the team. It's one change again from a team that's been hammered twice. There's got to be some kind of, not punishment, but there's got to be some repercussion for players that aren't
you can't just
performing.
play badly and play again. There needs to be, like you're saying, there needs to be some form of punishment for not doing your thing. There needs to be a threat. If you don't play well, you're going to get dropped.
And these players don't think that.
I don't, for the life of me, understand why Regan Booty isn't playing centre mid. He's the only one that hasn't had a bad game at centre mid.
Yeah.
He's not a winger. I mean, he's done an admirable job on the wing, but he's not a winger. And you've got Shields, who he runs around a lot, but I mean, same as always, has absolutely no end product to save his life. Play Regan Booty in the middle. Do it. Just do it.
We saw it against Bopa, and Bopa are obviously a lot lower opposition, but he made things happen, didn't he? So
yeah, I mean, he's a lot more creative than what we've got, and he's willing to get forwards. We've seen him, quite a few times. We've seen him score a couple of goals. We've seen him get assists. He can, just try something different. That's what you're saying. I completely agree. And we're almost looking at the bench and just thinking, as much as we're saying change it, I'm not too sure what else to change apart from that one. Because I mean, the strikers, I think they're doing pretty well, to be fair. I mean, Wootton has by miles been the best player this season for us.
amazing.
Defensively, it hasn't been a complete calamity. I'm almost struggling to put my finger on it, and clearly Ardley is as well. But something needs to change.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's gone from, we said it in the preview, it's gone from conceding 2 in 5 to now 11 in 5, I think.
It's getting a bit sour, isn't it? It's getting to that stage of the season where if you're playing Football Manager, you'd be like, right, I wonder what team I should be instead of this one. It's getting to that point where you're kind of like, oh, if I was a neutral or if I was like a bit of a floater fan, I'd be really losing interest now. And that's probably reflecting the fact that the crowd wasn't particularly
The atmosphere, we're sat in the Pavis, pretty toxic. What was it like in the Cop? You've got fans arguing amongst themselves in here, looking for a scrap.
In all honesty, it wasn't the worst. I didn't think. I don't know if we're a bit more up for it in here. I think everyone kind of given up in the Cop. To be fair, everyone was ready to go home about 15 minutes in. See, I do see people getting toxic, but I also, like I say, I just see people just thinking, I've seen this before. I know what's going to happen. It's going to end up in just a big disappointment. Why should Guy get invested? And to be fair, they've probably got a fair point. There's a set of players on the pitch who largely have only disappointed as Notts players. Sorry, this is very negative. This put us down last year. They haven't pulled up any trees this season. I mean, we got as high as the playoffs. That's fine. We've got the biggest budget in the league. It's not that fine. We've got a manager who, I'm not going to slate him. I've said before, I'm not particularly pro. I'm not particularly against Hardley. But whilst he's been in charge, he's also not done anything. There's never been a cup upset. He's got us relegated. We've got the Mansfield match is about the only match you say, Ardley did well in that match. There's just a real lack of inspiration. There's nothing that makes you think, that's why I want to go watch the match today.
I think a lot of fans are feeling that.
It's all kind of like, I know people are probably looking to watch this and think, I'm going to get enthused for the next match. I'm struggling to know what to say to get you excited.
Well, cup games come at the right time, so are you going to Northampton?
We'll see. I've done it a few times anyway. Not always well.
No.
So,
Well, Matt, thanks
pleasure.
for joining us. Cheers.